Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Haley and welcome to my channel. So I'm doing this super late video because I filmed it once already and I didn't like how it turned out and I kind of messed up some of the facts. So I was like, I'm just going to refilm it and I haven't had a chance to refilm it today. So I'm doing my Smutathon wrap up. Today is January 19th and it's like 8 o'clock at night. And if you hear noise, it's my kids out in the living room. I think they're watching a movie with their dad. So, Smutathon wrap up. I started Smutathon with The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This was for a book that was recommended to me. This book has been recommended by so many booktubers that I watch, but I first saw it on Jessica from Peace Love Books channel, and so that was for the recommended to me. That book is about Michael and Stella. Michael is a male escort and Stella is a woman with Asperger's who really doesn't know much about dating or being intimate with men, and so she hires Michael to teach her about how to be with men, to be her boyfriend kind of thing, and teach her how to be intimate with guys. I gave the book 5 stars. It was so good. I loved it so much. I went right out and bought The Bride Test, and I'm going to be reading that for the Lunar New Year readathon, and I can't wait because it's just in a few days that it starts. So yeah, I started off with that book and it was so good and I loved it. So if you have not read it, pick it up because it is really good. Then the next book I read is Enemies by Tijan. That book was for the Enemies to Lovers one, and I also gave it 5 stars. It was so good. That one is about Stone and Dusty. Something happens to Dusty and she ends up going to a new school in a new state where where Stone is the only person that she knows. So they knew each other as kids. Something happened. They had a falling out. They now hate each other. Stone is a professional football player and he's like the golden boy. And then something happens in Dusty's life where he's pretty much the only person that she can lean on. And it's their romance, and it's so cute and so good. And if you love the Enemies to Lovers trope like I do, then absolutely read that book. And it's on Kindle Unlimited because that's how I read it. Next, I read Cocky Chef for the Workplace Romance. I gave this book 3 stars. Okay, this book is about Willow and Cole. Willow moves to California, I think Los Angeles, to eventually open up her own restaurant, and she gets a job in Cole's restaurant, and they have very different ideas about how to run a restaurant and what it takes to run a restaurant. And so it is their romance. It's cute. I gave it 3 stars. I enjoyed it, but I normally like office romances when it comes to workplace romance, so if I were to do it again, I'd probably choose one of those. Then I read Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey. Love this book. I gave this book 5 stars. This one was for the fake dating trope, the fake dating challenge. Another trope that I really love. Okay, and so that is about Travis and Georgie. Georgie is literally a clown for kids' parties, and she is trying to turn her one-woman act into a business. And Travis is her brother's best friend. He used to play professional baseball, and then he got injured, and so he is working at Georgie's brother's contracting business. Well, he wants to get this other job, but people see him as a playboy, and so Georgie says, well, let's pretend to date because I need my family to take me seriously and you want this job and it will help both of us. So they start fake dating. It is so good and so cute, and I loved them as a couple. Oh my gosh, I gave the book 5 stars. Again, if you have not read this, pick it up. It was really good. Okay, then I read Unwrapping Hank by Eli Easton. This was for the LGBTQ+. And I will say that male-male romances are not something that I've ever sought out. I've read them if they came in a series and I really enjoyed them, but they're never anything that I went and I looked for. So they were a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I was like, I'm gonna try one, and I listened to this audiobook. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. So much that I kind of went on a male romance binging spree, and now I want all of the male romances. So if you have any good recommendations, let me know down below. Anyways, so this book is about Hank and Sloane, and they are in the same fraternity at school. And Sloane is very openly gay, and like he's a pretty boy, and Hank like hates him on sight. And he doesn't really understand why Hank hates him, and Hank hating him kind of just makes him want to know Hank more and figure out why Hank hates him, and it's their romance, and it is so cute. And if you have Audible Escape, because that's how I listened to it, because it was like 4 hours, and I think I listened to it on 1.5 speed, so it took me like, it didn't take me very long, like 3 hours to get through it. It was really good. I gave it 5 stars. I would definitely recommend Unwrapping Hank by Eli Easton. So, then I read The Vow by J.L. Beck and C. Hallman, and this was for, a forbidden romance, because it is a romance between the dean of the school and one of the students at this college. So it's about Lily and Sebastian. Sebastian used to date Lily's sister. It was like 10 years ago, and then Lily's mom, dad, and sister all got into a car accident and died. And after she died, he told himself he was never going to fall in love again. And then one day at the school, he sees Lily. And it kind of just goes from there. It's them falling in love. And it was good. It was cute. I don't remember. Let me check my bullet journal to see how many stars I gave it, because I don't remember. I gave it, where is it? Oh, there it is. I gave it 3 stars. It was cute. I enjoyed it. So that was that one. Okay, then I read Top Secret by Serena Bowen, because like I said, and Elle Kennedy. Like I said, I went on a male binging spree. I was like, I need all of the male romances, and I had heard of that one, and this one fits a lot of them, but I believe I used it for a new to you author, because I have never read any books by Elle Kennedy or Serena Bowen before. This book was so good. I gave it 5 stars. It was fantastic. This was about Keaton and Luke, who are also in the same fraternity, and they hate each other. Their rooms are right next to each other. They hate each other so much. And Keaton and Luke, Keaton has a girlfriend, and for their anniversary, she's like, let's have a threesome with another guy. And so he's like, okay. And he goes on this site looking for a guy to have a threesome with his girlfriend with. And they kind of correspond, and he starts thinking less and less about his girlfriend and more about this guy. And it's their romance, and it's so cute, and you need to read it. Like, it was so good. I loved it. Okay. Then I read Call Me Daddy by Jade West. I gave this book 1 star. I had a really hard time finishing it. This was for the out of my comfort zone. I've never read a book with like daddy play, daddy kinkin', and I was like, I'm gonna give it a shot, but it was too much for me. Just personally, I couldn't do it. So if all daddy play, daddy kink books are like this one, they're just not for me. I gave it 1 star. It was about Nick and Lane. I don't even remember the plot. That's how much I didn't like it. So I'm just gonna leave that there. And then the last book that I read for Smutathon was The Guy on the Right by Kate Stewart, which was fantastic. I don't remember if I gave it 5 or 4 stars. Let me check. I gave it 4 stars. I liked it a lot. It was about Theo and Lainey, and Theo is basically like the guy on the right. he's friends with like the popular guy, they're roommates, and people they actually have the same initials, and so he's always like, no, I'm not that guy, I'm the guy on the right. He's like the buddy, and he meets Lainey, and they become really good friends, and then their romance blossoms from a friendship. And I also love the friends to lovers trope, and it was so cute. And I'm actually going to read The Guy on the Left. I'm like really excited for that. I really enjoyed it a lot, and that one was for 2019 release. So yes, I told you all. So those are the 9 books that I read for Smutathon. Most of them were really, really good. So if you haven't read any of those books, I highly recommend them because I really enjoyed them. So that's it for my Smutathon wrap up. If you have any video ideas, put them in the comments down below. Again, any good male romances, let me know in the comments because I'm now obsessed and I need them all. If they're Kindle Unlimited or Audible Escape, even better. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe or hit the thumbs up button just because it makes me happy. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.